Hello everyone, and welcome to my scrapbook loft. My name is Judy, and I want to thank you all so very much for taking time to visit with me. I sure appreciate it. Thank you. What I'm doing is this is the final walkthrough of the scrapbook that I have made for my design team for Scrappy Shack. And as you all know, I was using the little one paper pad, and I have used just about every single piece. This is what is left here, right here. This is what's left, and a few cut aparts and a couple pieces of ephemera. This is it, you all. I've used it all. Used it all. All that's left is some pieces. So as you remember from the first page, it was so pretty that I just cut around the flowers and made a pocket so that when the tags were taken out, then the paper could still be seen. And then glossy accents, and I get this at Scrappy Shack. And the art glitter glue is from Scrappy Shack. And this is a piece of the ephemera. And the glossy accents, I just gave it some shine. That's the first one. And if there's a bad glare, I'll take them out. Okay, that doesn't look bad. Okay, this is the next page that coincides with that one. And it'll hold a 4x6 picture, so I've glossy accented some of the pieces in here. And circles, you're going to find circles throughout the book because of the balloons. The circles and the balloons inspired me to do circles. I made a tag, a journaling tag here. I didn't back it. I didn't want to take away from this. And it's on with a glue dot, and they can take it off if they want to. I used my Cricut to do the elegant edges in here. Okay, yeah, the glare is not bad at all. Okay, these are pieces of the cut apart, and I just took my 1.5 inch punch, and I punched a round to make them a half circle like, or a 3/4 circle. I used the embossing folder that I got from Scrappy Shack. This one here, I got that from Scrappy Shack. I put a tag here. They can remove the tag and journal on it or title it, whatever they want to do, and then put it back. They can glue it down if they want. I put a note here telling them what they can do with this tag. And there's glossy accents on some of the pieces in here. This is just a strip of border that I cut to put on there. This is one of the rolled flowers that came in the flower pack, and here they are. That came in the flower pack, and these, you've got to keep these flat or your sheets will be bulky. It makes an ugly book, I know, because I tried to do 3D in these before, and it just doesn't look good. So that's one of the rolled roses that you roll up and make a rose. Here's 2 pieces of pattern or background. These type of books, you all, is mostly all about layering. Layer, layer, layer. So, but you don't want to overdo it. And on this page, oh, I forgot. These pieces here are from the cover page. The little strip that's along the bottom that has what the pattern paper looks like, what the paper looks like inside. I cut those out and used my Cricut to make a background piece. This is what they are. The next page, I followed through this page over here with the same background layer here. I embossed the same. I kind of tried to mirror this as much as possible without making it exactly the same. And then I used my, I have a die that does this, cut out here, and I backed this piece of ephemera on it. Here's a flower from the flower pack and a butterfly from the flower pack. I used my Cricut. This is just on, this little frame is here to frame over top of this frame of this picture to give it interest. And these are embossed with that embossing folder. Piece of ephemera. This is an, oh shoot, look at that. Ha ha ha. Shucks. Shucks, shucks, shucks. These need to be glued down, or they can take them off and not even use them, you all. I'll lay that there and put that in there in just a minute, because they're on there with removable dots. Put that in there in a minute. I made another little journaling tag here, and it can be glued down if they want to. Glossy accents. Well, that thing is driving me. There we go. Get out of the way. And then the next page, I got some of the embossing pieces here of the doilies. This is a piece of cut apart. This is a journaling tag. And this holds a 4x4. This holds a 4x6. Here's another one of those flowers. Glossy accents on a lot of the pieces here. I put glossy accents on the corner of this layer and this layer here. Used my Cricut for that also. That's little hearts. And this back layer is from the, just a second, let me get it. It's from the, bottom of the Patterns and Solids cover sheet. It gave me all of the colors across through here, and I liked that for that background layer there, and backed a little bit piece of white behind it. This page over here had the layers behind the frames. And then, if you remember this, I did not want to cover this whole beautiful piece here. So I made scallop circles and circles, put a template here for them to cut out the baby's face. And this is called Many Faces of Little One, as if they want to call it that. Or they could put something else there. Maybe it's feet or it's hands, a picture of its hands. And then I left a place for a title. Glossy accents, some on the flowers and the little bear rattler. These are pieces of the doily that I had left, and I just cut them into strips and glued them down. And this one here has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers. Remember the frame that I made to go around it? Super easy. Then I have a button punch that I've had for so many years. I got this and some, what they call, what is it? They call those, anyway, there's these metal brads that you can get, and they're plain, and this fits around it for 16 millimeter brads. Yeah, there it says it. And I bought those, and I covered those to make buttons, that you make your own buttons. But for this, I made flat buttons. I just made the button cover and put some embroidery thread in it. I glossy accented this, and put some Wink of Stella on the butterflies. This is a template for the inside of the frame here. They can put a picture behind it. And here's the tag, the journaling tag here behind this. And then on this page, I could not cover this one either, so I did very little over here, and I made a 5x7 frame here, but I did not use my corner photo punch on it. So if they want to just put a 4x6, they can, and so, but it will take a 5x7. I have these doily dies. I cut this out and made a journaling or a title place here. And then, of course, I glossy accented some of the places on the paper. And the picture slides down behind this piece of this strip of paper here. I have, oh, man, I was going to show you this. I have a layer here, a layer, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 layers behind this picture here. I brought this up here, made it like a banner down here. This is removable, but they can use it if they want. It holds a 4x6 picture. I made a journaling spot here, or a title spot, whatever you wanted. Some more of those buttons. The butterfly from the flower pack, and some ephemera. Made a y'all, I've got that sheet in upside down. Excuse me. Yeah. Okay. I'll bring it out and show it to you, but I got it up. I had it upside down. I thought, wait a minute, I'm reading that upside down. I've got a title here. They can even put a 3x3 picture here if they want to. I'll even put a note on that. And it'll slide right down in behind that flower. There we go. And this is just stuck on with a temporary dot. Here's some more of the buttons. And I use the glossy accents and put some shine there. Glittered up the leaves on the flower. And I've got glossy accents on the doily around this. And then this one here. Another one of those beautiful pages I did not want to cover up. So I made a belly band and a long tag so they can pull it out. And it'll hold 4.5 by 5.5 pictures. Glossy accents. Flower from the flower pack. So that's that side. I'll put that in a minute. And then we have this side here. And this is a tag for them to write on, to journal on. And put that back down in there. This mailbox I got at Scrappy Shack. It's this here. I'll list everything in the description box below, and I will put links to Scrappy Shack's YouTube, Facebook, and her store in the description box. The pictures slide under these strips here, and then we have this layered here that says just arrived. That's a piece of the cut apart, and I just around the corner added a little interest there. Used one of the rolled flowers behind here, a piece of the ephemera. There's a piece of the ephemera, some more buttons, and I put a border across the top of that and put glossy accents on all the blocks. This book is made where they can add more if they want to. So I'm just going to fold that back like that. And this page here, I put this is another piece off of, no, not that one, this one. It's off of the top of this solid pattern cover. That's the background, and then I used one of the borders that you cut out, glossy accented the bunnies. These are 4x4 pictures, and they slide under these butterflies that I cut out with my Cricut. This is a piece of the cut apart, and I've got it layered. Here's one of the flowers and the leaves from the pack. And that bunny is glossy accented as well as that. And I glossy accented some of these balloons. Now on the live the other night, I talked about doing a waterfall for this page. Hold on. I'm trying to keep that book covered. It's white, but I did something different. After I thought about it, I thought I'm not doing a waterfall. I always do waterfalls. So I did flips. I do flips too. And I made this to hold it down. These are my magnets that I get from Bottle Cap Company, and they are wonderful magnets. And Glossy accented this, balloons, and this blanket that's hanging on this cut apart. And they flip like so. 4x6 pictures will fit in here. They flip like so. Here's a piece of ephemera, and ephemera. Flowers from the one of the rolled roses that you roll up. Flowers from the flower pack. And up here I used a piece of pink background and used the star border across through there, the banner. It's like stars hanging on a swagged. They're swagged, as you can see. And then it just closes up like so. And that, you all, they can either journal. They can either journal on this side here, or they can add another picture. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers, because the magnets are on the back of the 12x12 pattern piece. That's 6 layers that these magnets would have to go through. And believe me, they work. They work. And it will keep these flaps down. I've got 4 magnets on here to keep the flaps down. And when the other layers go on, it will be easier to pick up, but it will still hold them. Now, you all, I have something else made. These scrapbooks, these types of scrapbooks, they have a slick feel to them, and some people don't cover them. Some people do. Guess who likes to cover them? But I don't know that Miss Melanie would want it covered. I don't know how she wants to store it, but I made this cover for it. Now this book is 13 by 14, I think. It's 12 and a half, and it's 14. Let's put it on here. It's 14 long this way. So I had to add 1.5 inches over here. So what I did, I took a piece of white cardstock, 65 pound, and I taped another piece to it and extended it out. Okay? And then I took pieces, my scraps, and I pieced it 3 by 3 squares. And then I sewed them all onto this white cardstock. So they're sewn on there. And then, because it was 12 and a half, I had a big gap down here at the bottom. So I took the cut-aparts and made a border across the bottom. I took my Cricut and I made this frame. This will hold, I think it's a 3 and a half by 5 picture. 3.5 by 5 picture. This is a piece of the ephemera. It's got glossy accents on it. Here's where the half pieces had to be on there. Now, if I'd been a real quilter, I would have incorporated those in to the other pieces randomly, but I'm not a quilter, and I didn't know how to do that without making a mess of my project. So that's why they're all over here. And if I'd been real smart, I'd have put them over here. But anyway, I made this flower. I used a punch that I got from Denise Alcock in a sale that she had, the very first sale that she ever had. And it come with the stamp too, but I made this flower. These are the rolled flowers that was left. I fussy cut this little thing here. It was up here, okay? It was up here at the top. So I fussy cut it out. No, that's not where I fussy cut that out at. Hold on. Anyway, I fussy cut that out of one of these pieces of paper. And it was a scrap, so it's probably in pieces. So anyway, I fussy cut this out, cut out the branch here so it could be seen, put it on here. Can you see the branch? Let's see. See the branch right here? And it's hanging on a hanger on this branch right here, that little dressy outfit is. Yeah. And then I just took the roses with the leaves and scattered them out. Used one of the rose rolled pieces and put it on the bottom to layer. And I worked this flower up to give it shape. And then I took my quilling thing here, and I cut me little strips of the paper, and I quilled it all up. And there's also one of these rolled roses in here too, right here in the center. And I quilled all of those little pieces up and dropped them in there and glued them. And then I covered them all with glossy accents. So you've got this glossy look down in here. Looks like water. Looks like the flower is holding water. Then I glossy accented this that says, "Oh darling," and put it on here. So that's what I've made for the front. This is what I've made for the back. I cut strips, sewed them together, put me another border here, and my stamp. This is for the back. I think this will look pretty covered, but I will definitely have to use my art glitter glue to do it. Or I may use my E6000, but it gets clumpy. I don't want to use that. Glossy accents will work really well too, so I may use it instead. But anyway, that is my completed walkthrough of my book. And I hope you all like it. And if you don't shop at Scrappy Shack, she's all the time running sales. She has anything that you could possibly want. If she doesn't have it, she will get it. She will. So please go over and sub to her channel. If you have Facebook, follow them on Facebook. And thank you so much for watching. Hugs to you from me, and God bless.